of our trip and what we expect to happen now and through next June. This is a real-life Bollywood Oscar, and Tampa won a Bollywood Oscar this weekend in Macau, China. And IFA and India are coming to Tampa, they're coming to Florida, and they're coming to the United States for the very first time, and we're very, very fortunate. And it is a huge deal. And if you don't believe me, Google Tampa and IFA, and you will see the type of worldwide coverage that we are getting on this announcement, an announcement that rivals the announcement of the RNC as far as world impact and even surpasses it. But you know, it's coming to Tampa because of the hard work of a lot of individuals, and I want to take a little time today to give credit where credit is due. A lot of work happens before a bid is awarded, and we often fail to recognize the work that goes on prior with the relationship building, the homework, the site visits. We get an announcement, everyone celebrates, everyone acknowledges the announcement, and then we forget the kind of work that has to go on after the announcement. So I really want to take the time to elaborate a little bit on how we got here and where we're going. This started several months ago when Shaitan Jason Shaw started to dream big and was approached by some folks in Orlando about hosting IFA. Akshay Dave, with a tour operator out of Orlando, approached Shaitan about the attempt that Orlando had made. In fact, from what I understand, Miami also made an attempt to have IFA come to their community, and then he began to dream big. He went out and solicited our honorable commissioner, who's had a great working relationship with our very, very special Indian community. Board members became involved, like Mr. Ransom, Ron Saganik, Ron Alejandro, Marianne Farrant, and they started having a conversation with IFA, with the representatives from IFA, and they started to visit our community and really fell in love with the assets and the venues and the team-like approach that we have to putting on events like that. Then our Visit Tampa Bay staff became very, very involved. Adam DePiro, who was in China, Sherry Brown, Alex Caption, Greg Orchard, and they started working with IFA. And then we included Visit Florida, Susanna Costello, who's here to my left, who also went on the trip with us. And we started developing and building bridges with IFA. I want to introduce the delegation because then the work moved to us going to Macau, China to make a bid presentation. Of course, our commissioner was with us. Jason Shatta went with us, his lovely wife Shreya Shaw, Susanna Costello, who I've already mentioned, Deborah Wilkinson, our international protocol officer. I don't see Deborah, she's right behind me, sorry about that, Deborah. Jay Patel, Nayanaben Patel, his lovely wife, Akshay Dave, Shital Dave. We had from Orlando, Akarsh CK, and the CEO of the company is right here representing the company, Hiram Jain. Jason Atwell with ABI went with us, Paul Thomason with Extravaganza, our board member James Ransom, Dr. Gwen Cherry, and from our staff, Visit Tampa Bay, Adam and Sherry. And when we went to China, we went with one single purpose, and that was to bring IFA back to Tampa. You don't fly around the world privately funded, and I want to make that clear, privately funded, and come back to Tampa empty-handed. So we knew when we arrived that we needed to present a bid that would be very hard to turn down. And as you know, many of you know, we have had great experience and great success in hosting and putting on major large-scale events in our community. And when we spoke about the collaboration and partnerships that are developed with all of our government entities, with our private individuals, with our attractions, with our venues, the support that we have from our mayor, the support that we have from our county government, city government, Visit Florida, and possibly even the federal government, and the amount of private investment and private attention that would be focused on IFA, we really left the room thinking that it was ours, that there was no way that they would find a better package. And so the announcement was made. Let me tell you a little bit about IFA and what it means to us. IFA is an organization that's dedicated to promoting Indian cinema internationally. India is the largest producer of movies in the world, producing 1,000 films annually and selling more than 4 billion tickets compared to 1.2 billion tickets sold in the United States. The Weekend in Awards event is a product of global event and entertainment company Wizcraft International Entertainment. We're starting in 2000, and the event started as a one-night event and now spans 3 days with over 15 events, some of which include workshops for film students and professionals, global business forums, fashion and music night, special celebrity events, and actually the awards presentation, and many other events, which we'll mention later on. 2014 is the first year, as you've heard, that it will be in the United States. Previous host cities include Amsterdam, Toronto, Dubai, Singapore, Johannesburg, Bangkok, and Macau. The 2012 IFA weekend in Singapore attracted over 30,000 visitors, 12,000 room nights, and generated $18 million in economic impact to the host community. Past host cities have averaged an increase of 35% in tourism after putting on this event, and we believe that it will be a lot bigger here in the U.S. because, again, the film production, the film sales, and the incredible Indian community that we not only have in Tampa, but Florida and the U.S. will contribute to even a larger turnout and greater returns on investment. And it will provide employment business opportunities for the host committee, including business managers, technical production crews, local administration, and lots more. It's India's biggest media event, attracting 800 million viewers and over 500 media from across the globe. And of course, we've got all of the venues that make us the perfect host city, with the Forum, the Convention Center, Raymond James, the USF Sun Dome, and the Florida State Fairgrounds. So we are well prepared to be able to host this incredible event. It's now my great privilege and honor to introduce our Commissioner, the Honorable Al Higginbotham.
Namaste. Greetings. First off, Bollywood is a name that's not necessarily a household word or familiar to us. And you worry, well, am I going to mispronounce someone's name and maybe offend them? Well, San Diego, I just want you to know. I hope if I have missed up somewhere along this way that I haven't offended you. But I also, for the record, want to clear up. There was a story going that a group of us just made a pleasure trip to China. And I think everyone up here will take exception to that. It was 30 hours travel, actually 29 hours travel. We arrived at the Venetian in Macau around 11:30 p.m. and had a dinner meeting, got to our rooms, I know I did around 3:15, and started the next morning at 7. Talk about jet lag, and it's still catching up with us. We had 3 days on the ground. And then turned around for a 30-hour flight ferry and travel back here, and we're delighted to be back at home. This just proves one thing, and that is when the people of Tampa Bay, the people of Hillsborough County, the people of Tampa put their minds and talents together, that they can accomplish great things. And all we have to do is ask for the order. My job as elected official, I say quite often, is that of a facilitator and a storyteller. And I go and learn as much as I can about what's right with Hillsborough, and then go tell the story. My mission starting in 2010, when we entered this economic Great Recession, was to work our economic base away from being a construction-based economy. And what you see today, ladies and gentlemen, is doing just that. Since into 2010, I've met with representatives of over 30 countries. And last year we started seeing the results of that with the German-American Chamber of Commerce opening their first office, their trades mission office in Tampa. Things are happening, and things are happening for the right reason. We can talk about the venues, we can talk about the sports, the arts, and the entertainment, but it's the people that made a difference. It was this group that was willing to go on a brutal excursion, and it was a tough trip. I never left the building, by the way, and the entire time I was there. But to look into the eyes of the people with IFA and the actors and the actresses and support staff, let them see our hearts. And we let them know one thing very clearly, that we want them here, because we have everything necessary to be a competitor. And let me rephrase that. Tampa is a competitor on the world market and economy. And this is the greatest statement and the greatest step forward. I'll close with this. It is through arts, are you listening? It is through arts and entertainment that countries are brought together, that people get a better understanding, the cultures that are different are brought together, because we are really just one people. And I'm so excited that, and so proud of each and every one of you, because this is a dream come true for me to see our international footprint not expanding, but now we're down on and have our place. But that we are going to have a great 2014 in IFA and Bollywood, and the people who will travel from all over the world are going to have an experience like they have never been afforded any time before. I look forward to it. I thank you, and look forward to any questions that you have of us and our team.